Sweders is the creator and producer and host of Wine Rival. And it's coming to us here in Chicago on October 15th, where fans can go head to head with professionals and a chance to win $25,000. Plus, you'll be able to see and experience a brand new reality competition series that's going to be filmed there that night. Adam, so great to see you, and congratulations on everything you have going on.
Thank you so much, Rudy. It's so good to see you again. It's been a year since we spoke, and yeah, we got so many new exciting things happening with Wine Rival. I almost don't even know where to start.
Well, let's start with $25,000. I mean, that is a big chunk of change. It's up from before. Tell us a little bit about how someone could possibly win that.
Yeah, so basically, it's the competition's full, so I got no more room to get competitors in. I think $25,000 got a lot of people's attention, and you just play the game. You play the blind wine tasting game, set up like March Madness, and if you're the last person standing, $25,000 is yours. And that's serious cash. I mean, that's like rent for a year for some people. So, I mean, imagine living for free for an entire year. It's a pretty good deal.
And as far as, I think a lot of people during the pandemic time, we're able to sample stuff at home. People have become a little bit more adventurous. So you want to make sure to kind of maybe get out of your comfort zone as far as trying things, because that's going to help you in the competition.
Yeah, for sure. And there's not a lot, but there's enough you can be tested on. It's all through like the Court of Master Sommeliers and the W set kind of grid of what's testable. There's something weird like you've never possibly even heard of, but there's a pretty extensive, maybe 40, 50 different varietals from across the globe that any given time you might get tested on. And we just did one in Napa Valley in LA earlier this year. And these some of the best somms in the country were throwing fits because I threw two Pinot Grigios at them in consecutive rounds. So they were like, they tasted the one Pinot Grigio, and then they got the next one. There's no way this could be Pinot Grigio because he just gave it to me. I'm like, nope, anything's on the table at any time. That's good to know.
That gets a little trick right there. People are also going to notice some camera crews there on the 15th.
Yeah, so we've been filming these all year long. We got super lucky, and the producers behind NBC's The Voice, Hollywood Game Night, NBC Songland, Audrey Morrissey, Ivan Dudinsky, Mike Welch, Jason Belt, some of the best people I've ever worked with. They are filming this for a TV series and media production, and they will be there on October 15th filming a reality-based competition show. It's wild what's happening right now, but it's fun, and I'm going along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, no, that is amazing, and especially anybody who goes to the event, you might spot yourself on the series, that might be coming out later this year, possibly early next year.
Yep, there's going to be a big sign on that front door saying, if you enter, you're waiving your rights to be on television. So if you don't want to, you may not go home or something. But it's going to be a while. It's going to be fun. There's going to be so many cool new things to do at the tailgate tasting this year. As you know, Rudy, we always do a big party at the Chicago event. So it's half tailgate tasting, like a giant walk-around tasting, half competition. This year we have over 150 wineries. We have activations galore. We have Dow doing a spa lounge. Like if you want to get your shoulders rubbed or your hands massaged, or they even have a henna tattoo artist that's showing up, you can do that. We have William Grant doing a full bar where you can make your own craft cocktails. They're doing gin spritzes, and you get to create your own thing. Aquapana is doing a caviar and water sommelier activation where they're going to pair up caviars with their different kind of spring waters that they carry. It's pretty wild. We got the usual. We got DJ booths. We got the stage, the competition. We got food by celebrity chef Fabio Viviani, Rudy. I mean, come on. His brand new dessert concept, Jars, is going to be there. For $75, you get all of this for $75. Insane.
I mean, a massage is going to cost you just, that amount. So you get that plus the wine and the food.
And the entertainment. It's literally, oh my gosh, I've been told I should be charging triple, but you know what? That's not what Wine Rival is. Wine Rival is for the 99%, not the 1%, and it'll always be that way. It'll never change.
Let's talk. You mentioned Fabio. Some of the dishes, what is he going to bring as far as food wise that we can preview?
He's really kind of featuring his Chuck Lagers concept. So think a fancy style on anything you would see like at a sporting event. That's what Wine Rival's trying to do. We're turning wine tasting into a spectator sport. So he's going to have a lot of different styles of sliders. Obviously, his meatball is going to be on one of them. He's got some pasta dishes. He's got some French fries. He's got some flatbreads. It's going to be like a lot of finger foods. If you want fancy, like I mentioned before, there's caviar at the Aquapana booth. go have your caviar. But it's Chuck Lager's concept. It's more of a fun play on, your everyday finger foods that you'd find at any kind of fun event.
Now let's check a little bit about that. Tailgating season is taking place right now. Some people associate beer with tailgating foods, not wine. If you are going to bring a wine, with your friends, you're going to bring it out, once you go out tailgating, reds, whites, sparkling. What are you thinking as far as, what to bring?
I will always tell the same thing to everyone. Bring whatever you want to bring. Bring whatever you like and whatever tastes well. Me personally, I'm a big seasonal person. So if it's hot and it's 80, 90 degrees, you're probably going to find me with rosé. That's probably just what you're going to find because I can bang it all day. I seemingly never get too tipsy and it just goes down like water. It's refreshing, cool, clean, crisp, great acid. As it gets colder, you want to kind of go more towards those richer wines, maybe like a Chardonnay, but then you start getting into reds. I mean, if it's 10 degrees outside and it's December, 27th and you're watching the Bears lose their 15th game in a row, then you're going to want something to warm you up, probably like a nice big Cabernet. You're not going to be sitting there with your rosé. So very seasonal, especially in Chicago. We have all 4 seasons. It's such a great way to kind of Rolodex the whole cycle of wine.
Gotcha. Let's talk a little bit about October 15th. You got some fun launches that are taking place on that day as well, too.
Yep, we got our for the first time ever, because we were asked by so many people. We have the Wine Rival Wine Club, and this will be launched on October 15th. And you can play Wine Rival now in the comfort of your own home. We're going to send you bottles that are bagged and blind, and you're going to get the official Wine Rival scorecards. You're going to get QR codes about how to play, links to the answers. It's pretty great, and it's like you literally get to play the exact same game you saw at the show and or on TV, and you get to do it in your own home with your friends, your family. You guys get to argue and make your own little tournaments. It's pretty neat, and it's never been done before. So we're really excited to launch this on the day of the event. It'll be there.
Also going to be a new critic part as far as rating the wines, not just on, what they are, but on the price as well.
Right. We're kind of moving into this whole like wine media platform, if you can tell here, Rudy. We're doing everything. So we just launched this. We're actually now rating our wines for the consumer, for the general public. And we're doing this in a way that's never been done before. Literally no one has ever done this. And we're based on value. All right. So it comes down to, is the wine worth the money? And if it exceeds the dollar amount, we give it higher scores. If it doesn't exceed the dollar amount, it gets lower scores. So the first time ever, you might find a $30 bottle of wine that you can find at Binny's or Mariano's or Costco, and we might give it 95, 96, 98, 99, 100 points. You might think you have something special at home that's $200, and it might not be as good as you think. It might get 88 points. But the point is we're trying to find the very best wines that are value driven, because when I was shopping for wine before I knew wine, I would always look at a bottle and be like, oh, is this really worth it? Oh, is this worth the money? Is this any good? I had no clue. And that's what I always remember that. And I'm like, that's what we need to do. We need to be there for everyone who really doesn't understand if they have a great bottle in their hand, because that's $100 they're spending, and they need to get the value.
I mean, especially too when you are buying a birthday gift, celebrating an anniversary, trying to do something, a little bit, special, for somebody else. And you're like, well, let me buy something different that I normally don't get. And then realize like, oh, I spent extra money, but it wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be.
Right. Now you can just follow us on Instagram, Wine Rival Official, and then you literally will get weekly updates on new wines. And if you see something great pop up, 95 points, and it's $15, it probably means that $15 wine is drinking like it's 50. So, I mean, pay attention, because they're going to be coming every week.
Well, congratulations on all the wonderful things you have going on right now. Definitely go check them out. WineRival.com, October 15th, Venue West, 221 North Paulina. And we will see you there. And it's going to be such an amazing event, and even bigger and better than the years before. And I'm just so happy for all the wonderful things you have going on right now.
Thanks, Rudy. You're the best, man. I appreciate the time.
All right. We'll see you soon.
All right. Bye.